Okay guys, this is the last of the Halloween videos I was planning to do. Um, anyway, this last one has to do with the house that my folks built in this neighborhood, whatever. They built it in 1995 and we moved in shortly afterward. Uh, well anyway, this little dog that we used to have, Muffin, at night I would have to take her out to go to the bathroom because we didn't have a fence around at that time. We hadn't had time to build one yet shortly after we moved in. So anyway, what wound up happening was, like I said, we'd have to take her out to do her business, whatever time of the day. So this one night she needed to go out to do her business and excuse me. Um, and it was about 2 o'clock in the morning. So I brought her down to this, down the street to this like section of the neighborhood that was still pretty much underdeveloped. There was a field back there, and the field was really spooky because it had ground fog. Louisiana, a lot of times because of humidity at night develops ground fog, and any flat, low-lying area has a lot of it, and it's just spooky. It looks like something out of a horror movie, and at the time there was no street lights back there, so it was kind of just really eerie. So I'm standing there, on the edge of that field with Muffin, Muffin sniffing around, looking around for a spot to do her business. And I'm not really doing much of anything, but it's kind of mentally daydreaming, and next thing I know, I hear Star, or no, I'm sorry, actually Muffin. Yeah, Star is my folks' current dog, actually. But anyway, Muffin started growling, and she started growling real loud, like this sound like that. And I looked down at her, and she was looking into the field, and her hackles, the hair on her back was raised up straight up in the air, and it's like, okay, something's got her spooked pretty bad. So I looked into the field, and way in the back of the field I could see this black figure, and it was walking through the fog, and so I didn't say anything. I just stared at it, and it was really, bizarre because, again, like the other two situations, there was no reason for anybody to be back there. There wasn't any animals or anything like that to hunt. So why was there somebody back there at 2 o'clock in the morning? I mean, maybe somebody going back there doing drugs, whatever. But in this neighborhood, that sort of thing is like, I mean, if somebody's doing drugs, they get the cops called on them like that. So I knew that there wasn't anybody back there messing around. It was, and when I noticed it was starting to kind of come closer to us, it was coming into our general direction, and I remember I started getting goosebumps up and down my arm, and Muffin, she started growling and whining, and she started like kind of running away, like, tugging on the end of her leash to get away. And I got a good look at whatever it was, and this is where it's really spooky. It's like something out of a Ichabod Crane story or something. Um, all it was just a black coat with nobody in it, just a black coat floating above the fog, walking through the fog. It wasn't moving like somebody walking. It was just floating. And so, of course, the first thing that went through my mind was somebody has a clothesline or something hung up above the fog that I can't see, and somebody's messing with me. But I didn't see anything like that. I couldn't see anything like that. So it was coming closer and closer, and so I was like, okay. I pick up Muffin, and you know, I turned around and I started walking away kind of fast, back up the way I came. And when I got back up to the top of the hill, you know, because the field was kind of down a hill. When I got back up to the top of the hill, I turned around and I looked, and it was gone. It had disappeared, and I was like, okay, now that's weird. No, I'm pretty skeptical, you know. I thought to myself, somebody might have been messing with me, but I mean, being that we were pretty new people in the neighborhood, I just thought to myself, why would somebody want to mess with us? You know, why would? So, I don't know. I think that probably was supernatural. I think that there was maybe that was a spirit or something that I saw, you know. But it was really eerie. I guess you just have to be there to see it, or be there to have the same effect that it had on me at the time. And that was like 13 years ago. So since the field has been built upon, there's houses there now instead of just an open field. But I always think back on that night, and I think, you know, what was that? You know. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the stories I told. And they weren't actually stories. They were based on fact. They actually happened to me. But the question is, were they actual supernatural events, or were they just figments of my imagination, or were they like just smoke and mirrors, as they say? I don't know. I think it's just one of the mysteries. Anyway, again, like I said, thanks for watching.